Hello, my name is Katherine Montana, and I'm a first-year biology master's student at San Francisco State University. I have the privilege of conducting my research under the advisement of Dr. Lauren Esposito at the California Academy of Sciences. So with Lauren, I work on spider phylogenetics, which means that I use DNA sequencing and morphology to put together the evolutionary history of a group of spiders. Another big part of what I do at the Cal Academy is I work in the library archives, and I use documents like correspondence and field notes and old videos and photographs to piece together the untold histories of people who have worked at the California Academy of Sciences. And I'm kind of looking at this project in two ways. On one hand, I'm going to be telling the stories of people with minoritized or marginalized identities who have, for one reason or another, not gotten proper credit for their work or have been relegated to a footnote or just haven't really had their stories told in full. So I really want to uplift these stories and talk to you all about them. On the other hand, I'm also looking into the lives of scientists who have been in positions of power and have had their stories told and have been praised for their work, but maybe haven't had the entirety of their stories told to let folks know about the more problematic aspects of their lives and their beliefs. So I want to put together all of these stories in order to tell a fuller and truer history of science, particularly at the Cal Academy, but that institution is reflective of many Western scientific institutions as well. And I want to do this to explain and bring to light, some reasons why the demographics and sort of mindset of science is the way it is today, and also to really tease out what values are important for science in the past and today, and to inform how we want to create a more inclusive and respectful scientific enterprise moving forward. And so I get to do that by looking into the lives and figuring out what four people were up to in the past at the Cal Academy. So I'm going to be introducing you to Pearl Sanada, who was a Japanese-American fish scientist who ended up going on to spend 30 years working at the California Academy of Sciences in the ichthyology department. Before that, she was interned with her family at a Japanese internment camp. And so I want to talk about Pearl. I also will introduce you to Inez Mejia, who was a Mexican-American botany collector, which means that she went out and collected lots of plants. And she actually got her start in her mid-50s and went on to collect about 150,000 plant specimens, even though she got maybe a little later of a start than others. I'm also going to talk about Toshio Asada, who was a Japanese-American artist, photographer, and also fish biologist who went on lots of expeditions with the Cal Academy and went on to also build exhibits there. And finally, I'm going to also tell the story of David Starr Jordan, who was one of those scientists who was in power, but held problematic beliefs. So he was the founding president of Stanford and also a president of the California Academy of Sciences. And he was a prolific ichthyologist, described lots of fish species, but he was also a proud eugenicist and forged a lot of the eugenics practices and beliefs that went on in the state of California and reverberated beyond. So he believed in the superiority of people he deemed as more fit than others. So by telling the stories of all of these people, I'm going to be giving a snapshot of what science was like during each of their lifetimes, and hopefully figuring out some values that we want to bring forward in order to make science a better and happier and more respectful process. So I'm excited to tell you about the lives of these people, and thanks very much.